You don't have pancake days, what do you
We used to say in college, anything before time, the green slime. We never knew anything.
But you're not. I always laugh for you.
It's good stuff.
That's right. Play games. There's some long, stressful days.
Well, it goes right down here with them.
It's true. Even then,
Did you see where, Gerald?
I did, but you told.
I got up there and it was like, you know how we organize? Aha.
Everybody, like this is what I wanted to do.
It's How you doing, Mr.
Well, I got it. Raise up. Whatever you need. I did.
Whatever you have. And he has to do it like that.
Somebody give me a call. Listen, let you get it back to it again.
Got a team who we put on it, put out there, just an order. Yeah, I got a team. More. That's why
All right, first one on the agenda or public hearings. This is a time where another chance for the public to get to speak their concerns and their issues with a project. So the first public hearing is public hearing on resolution number 2570. A resolution to annex and approve a plan of services for property tax map 73, parcel 17.02, located off LaSalle Road, into the city of Columbia, Tennessee, Ward 5. Anybody in the audience would like to speak on this issue? Anybody on this council would like to speak? I see none. Do I have a motion to close? Have a motion, a second? Roll call, please.
Mr. McCullen? Mr. Huffman? Ms. Sechrist? Mr. Marshall? Mr. McKelvey? Vice Mayor McBroom?
Aye. Motion passes. Public hearings are closed. Thank you all for being here tonight. We'll go ahead and have roll call.
Mr. McCullen? Mr. Huffman? Ms. Sechrist? Mr. Marshall? Mr. McKelvey? Vice Mayor McBroom?
Here. We have a quorum. Next on the agenda is our invocation by Lauren Lane of Grace Church of the Nazarene. And then if you rise, we'll have the prayer, and then we'll continue to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Brian McKelvey.
Bow your heads and pray with me. Father God, we give our attention to you tonight. You are the one who's worthy of all glory and honor and praise, God. We lift your name in this room. God, I pray on behalf of the city of Columbia and all of her leaders and public servants, God, that your wisdom and majesty would take first and best priority. God, that your logic of love would flow through everything that we do. God, that justice would roll like a mighty river, God, that we would be firm and rooted in your constant compassion and faithfulness, God. I pray for everyone that is gathered here, that our attention would continue to flow in and out of your rhythms of grace, God, that you would bless them and keep them, that our city would be filled with your goodness, God, in every single way, from the youngest to the oldest and from the least to the best, God, whatever that looks like, God, that you would be so close in our city, God, that this meeting would do your will in Columbia, that it would honor you as our hearts honor you, God. We thank you for who you are, for all that you're doing in our city, for the ways that you are breaking strongholds, for the ways that you are making your name known and lifting heads, God. We thank you for who you are. Amen.
Thank you. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right, next on the agenda is approval of the agenda. Have a motion, have a second. Roll call.
Mr. McCullen? Mr. Huffman? Ms. Sechrist? Mr. Marshall? Mr. McKelvey? Vice Mayor McBroom?
Aye. Approval passes. Next, we'll have presentations. I'd like to everybody join us in the well for our 3 presentations, and Fire Chief will lead us on the first one. Thank you. I'll let the chief get started on this. I know he's proud. I mean, look at the people he's got here. You still on your ride? I'm waiting on you. So go ahead, Chief.
I'd like to just take this opportunity, thanking council for this opportunity to recognize this young man right here. As a former member of the Tennessee National Guard, it's a kind of a pleasure to recognize him and his service. Owen Summers just recently returned from a year's deployment overseas. Let alone working in the fire service and time away from family, also the time away serving the great state of Tennessee. Definitely wanted to recognize him because it is a big sacrifice on him and a big sacrifice on his family. So at this time, I'd like to recognize him.
Thank you.
And could I please get a group photo really quick of everyone?
While we're getting together, you want to say anything?
You sure? I just appreciate everybody's support while being gone. It means the world to me.
Thank you, everything you've done.
Down 3, look right here. 1, 2, and 3. One more, 1.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Yes, more.
Or the next proclamation we're going to have is No Trash November. We got anybody? Here we go. I was wondering where you were. Hey, before we get started, I read this. These people are a blessing to me. I bother them all the time. I go down the road, I see stuff, I call them, and they've always been gracious. And thank you. Well, I've got you here. Thank y'all for that. All right, we'll start with the proclamation. Whereas the state of Tennessee is renowned for its scenic beauty from the Application Mountains to the mighty Mississippi River, which attracts residents and visitors alike and serves as a point of pride. And whereas litter on the roadways, waterways, and the public spaces is more than an aesthetic issue, it poses a significant threat to our environment, wildlife, economy, and public safety. Whereas the Tennessee Department of Transportation is Nobody's Trash is Tennessee. The Good campaign, which consistently demonstrated a commitment to reducing and preventing litter across the state through education, cleanup initiatives, and volunteer programs. And whereas the annual No Trash November campaign has historically mobilized thousands of volunteers and coordinated cleanup events, yields tens of thousands of pounds of collected litter, fostering a spirit of environmental stewardship. And whereas this dedicated month encourages all citizens, community groups, and local organizations to personally be responsible for the cleanliness of this community and collectively participate in the beautification of our great state. And whereas the No Trash November serves as a crucial initiative to prepare our state for increased travel, festives of the holiday season, ensuring our public space are welcoming and clean for all. Now, therefore, I, Randy McBroom, Vice Mayor of the City of Columbia, do hereby proclaim November 2025 as No Trash November.
All right.
With a group photo.
Oh my God.
3, 2, and 1 right here. 1, 4, 2. We got it.
Another one right here, y'all.
Good.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, and one last. 1, 2. Thank y'all.
Would you like to say anything?
You didn't tell me I'd be doing
Oh.
this. No, I would just like to say thank you very much. No Trash November is very close to my heart. This is the fifth year we've done it, actually. And y'all can find me in Spring Hill cleaning up down there on Saturday.
Join us on the 22nd.
22nd in Columbia, that's right.
20
So
seconds.
y'all come out and join us.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, next is the City of Columbia Park Cleanup and Beautification Day. This is the second people I bother a lot, as Mac knows. And I do appreciate y'all too. You've always been gracious to me also. All right, here we go. Whereas the City of Columbia parks and green spaces are the heart of our community, providing places for families to gather, children to play, and neighbors to connect. Whereas the public spaces reflect the pride and care of our citizens, and keeping them clean and inviting is a shared responsibility. Whereas litter and debris take away from the beauty and safety of our park, but with a little time and teamwork, we can make a big difference. Whereas the City of Columbia Parks Cleanup and Beautification Day offers an opportunity for residents, civic groups, schools, and businesses to roll up their sleeves, pick up trash, plant flowers, and lend a hand in making our park shine. Whereas these cleanup efforts not only help the environment, but also strengthen community spirit, reminds us of how much we value our parks and the natural areas that make Columbia special. Whereas this year is the start of what will be an annual event held on the third Saturday of November, ensuring that Columbia continues to invest in the care and the beauty of our park system year in, year out. Now, therefore, I, Randy McBroom, Vice Mayor of Columbia, Tennessee, do hereby proclaim Saturday, November 15th, 2025 as the City of Columbia Parks and Cleanup Beautification Day. Thank y'all.
Let's get a group photo real quick. One, two, three, look back.
I got one more, y'all. 1, 2, 3. And one last. 1, 2, 3. All right. Perfect, y'all. Thank you.
Go ahead.
My name is Savannah Dunn. I am a senior at Columbia Central High School, and this event is a part of my capstone project. I am so incredibly grateful to be presenting this event to y'all tonight, and I wouldn't have been able to do any of this without the wonderful people at Columbia Parks and Rec. This event is open to anyone and everyone, so please tell your friends, tell your family, and hope to see everyone there.
Thank you. Good job. Good job. Thank you. First time I've ever gotten pictures taken with my glasses on. First time ever with my glasses on. All right, next on the agenda is 5.4, quarterly presentation by Will Evans, President of the Murray County Chamber and Economic Alliance. Will Evans Day, proclamation.
I don't know how to take the fact that everybody went back to their seats.
Yeah.
It's my pleasure to be with you guys this evening, Mayor, members of council. You all did receive a copy of the presentation I do believe is attached to your agenda. So I'll go through that as brief as possible and then take any questions you guys may have. The first slide past the title is our November Economic Development Dashboard. I just wanted to present that with you guys to give a snapshot of the activity we are seeing and some of the metrics that we track across the economy here for the county. You'll see at the top our active project pipeline continues to remain on par. I think last time it may have been 22 projects that we have. We're tracking 20. Currently, just under 400 potential jobs and $373 million in potential capital investment. The breakdown, as we've talked multiple times throughout the year, we are still seeing more, or we're now seeing a few more relocations than we are existing industry expansions. That has gone up a little bit, but it's still way above the trend that we've seen over the last few years, where we've seen 80% of our pipeline being new businesses as opposed to existing industries looking to expand. So we are continuing to see our existing industries remain successful. You've got the cost of living there. Those are new numbers. The quarter three 2025 was just released. We actually saw our cost of living at the county go down a few points there. So that trend just kind of does ebb and flow with the national average there. But we still are remaining well under the national average of 100. and under our peers in Nashville and some other areas that we measure across the country. Unemployment rate, we still just have August numbers due to the recent shutdown. The September numbers have not been released to date. We do anticipate those within the next month or so, still hovering kind of around that 3 to 4% where we've been over the last few years, and we will continue to monitor that trend closely with some of the news that we've heard in Spring Hill over the last few weeks. The others, you've got our housing permits broken down by city, housing, home values, and rental prices are continuing to kind of stay where they've been. And then the labor force participation rate, again, that is data from August as opposed to September. Moving on to the next slide, there you see some snapshots, really just photos of our investor event that we celebrated back in September of this year, but did want to talk to you guys about that. But moving on to the next 2 pages, this is a handout that we presented to our investors, of which the City of Columbia is a generous investor in the work we do for economic development in the community. The first page is just showing a snapshot of our funding goal, where we landed versus our goal. We have just over $1.1 million in annual commitment to fund our work over the next 5 years. We did exceed our goal of $1 million annually. We have a couple more that may come on here towards the very end, but what this equates is about a 22% increase in our funding and our budget to be able to do some of the work that we're really setting out to do. Won't spend too much more time on that, but we'll go on to the next page. While we were also wrapping up our fundraising this year for the 5-year cycle, we were also implementing the first year of that plan. So these are some of the milestones that we did accomplish throughout that first year. When it comes to our Align Murray, we have launched our Advanced Manufacturing Industry Council. This is a group that is meeting quarterly of the advanced manufacturers here in the county to really dive into issues that are specific to manufacturing so we can better identify opportunities to create better alignment and programming to help the workforce. We are also next week actually having the inaugural meeting of our Healthcare Council. So our goal was to set up 2 of those, and understanding if you look at the business sectors in Murray County, manufacturing and healthcare are 2 of the largest sectors. So those are 2 of the first groups that we wanted to stand up under our Align Murray program. We did receive 2 grants awarded to help site improvements across the community. One of those is related to the Columbia, Tennessee rail site and the power line relocation there as well to kind of help with some of the offset there. We have gone out and met to date. We're now actually over 60 different visits with our Align Murray partners, so employers, as well as our existing industries across the county to understand the pain points that they're having and opportunities for us to work with them to help improvements. The next priority you see there on the middle, this is our cohesive community vision, and we've talked a little bit about this. So now that we have completed our fundraising piece, this will be what we are setting out to really begin next year. And again, what this is there's a lot of growth going on in the county, which is great, but we understand that there's a lot of different concerns and issues that are a result of that. So our organization, we see ourselves as kind of that neutral catalyst that really brings the community together to get everybody on the same page and to really try to develop a true vision of what we want to move forward as a community as a whole. And that's better going to drive our work to make sure that the work we're doing to grow the economy is in line with the community. So that will be a big focus of our organization in 2026. The next slide, kind of talking a little bit more about our Align workforce development. We did have our annual manufacturing day on October 3rd of this year. You have a full press release following this slide giving you all the details of that. But this year we were able to work with Murray County Public Schools, Columbia State, and other various employers to arrange 3 tours. We focused on Spring Hill this year, and we're going to kind of rotate around throughout the years. It gets a little cumbersome logistically to move these students from one side of the county to the others to tour various facilities, so we wanted to focus in there. But they were able to tour Pronova, which was formerly Integrity Nutraceuticals. They make like nutraceutical powders, protein powders in Spring Hill. Comprehensive Logistics and Groove Life that make the silicone rings and belts that are very popular these days. One of the things we added this year was a job fair. So we hosted the students at Spring Hill High School, fed them lunch, and then brought in other employers from across the county. We had Landmark Ceramics, J.C. Ford, Ultium Cells was there, and gave the students just an opportunity to kind of tour around and visit with those employers to understand what they're looking for in employees, what kind of jobs they have, and really kind of mesh with what they were learning about on those various tours throughout the day. So another successful event. I believe that's about the fourth year we've been doing this, and we're looking to continue to that program, and that coincides with National Manufacturing Day in early October. The next few slides are just some information for you. I did want to make sure you all received an official invite to our annual State of the Education lunch, which is scheduled for next Wednesday. It will be at the Memorial Building at 11:30. We would encourage you, if you haven't signed up to attend, please visit our website. Tomorrow will be the final day, so we can get the catering orders in, but would welcome you to join that. We will have Superintendent Ventura and some of her senior staff to talk about some of the recent trends and scores, as well as the CTE programs, the working with the employers, really have some curated discussion around the state of public education in Maury County. The next slide, it is holiday season, so a few things here. We have our annual open house, holiday open house, which is one of our bigger social events of the year. So I wanted to make sure you guys had that on your calendar for December 5th. It will be open from 3 to 6 p.m., so please stop by and say hello. And then sticking with the holiday trends, I did bring everybody a holiday gift guide. This evening, we just released these this week. So this is the second year we've put these together, and these feature our Local First gift card participants. So if you aren't familiar with that program, those are gift cards that anybody can come to our office and buy that are good at over 70 different locations and businesses across the county. And so we're doing our best to keep dollars local here when somebody wants to give a gift card. We have through the duration of that program, sold, I believe now, just over $300,000 worth of those over the years. Last year, I believe we had over 60,000 sold within the year. So this guide is highlighting those businesses as well as their holiday hours, featured items. The staff got to pick some favorites. So it's just it was something we introduced last year, and everybody really enjoyed. So we were happy to release the second rendition of that. And on the gift cards, we do have a sale for those next week going on, our annual sale. For every $50 you buy, you get an extra $10. So it'd be a good time to do some holiday shopping or shopping for the year ahead. So with that, I will stop and take any questions the council may have.
It sounds good. It sounds like we're steady. We just aren't as wide open as we were, but it sounds like we're steady. That's a good time in this environment.
Yes.
Probably for the city and for this council, I appreciate you.
Sure.
Appreciate everything y'all do.
Glad to do it, and we truly appreciate the support of this body as well and allowing us to do the work that we do, and appreciate the partnership.
Y'all are doing a good job, and you're always listening to what we say or ask.
Yeah.
Even though we borderline probably harassment sometimes.
Never.
But I appreciate y'all, and if I don't see you again, but I will see you at the open house. So
Absolutely.
thank y'all, and thank Maury Lyons.
Sure. Thank you.
Next, we'll have the organizational business. 6.1, approve the minutes of the October 9th, 2025 City Council meeting.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Discussion? See none. Roll call.
Mr. McCullen?
Aye.
Mr. Huffman?
Aye.
Ms. Seacrest?
Aye.
Mr. Marshall?
Aye.
Mr. McKelvey? Vice Mayor McBroom?
Aye. Motion passes. 6.2, re-election of Sarah Harris Berry for a 6-year term on the City of Columbia Civil Service Board for a term that began on April 13th, 2025 and expires on April 13th, 2031. Have a motion and a second. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. McCullen?
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Heard somebody say something. Go ahead.
Mr. McCullen? Mr. Huffman?
Aye.
Ms. Seacrest? Mr. Marshall?
Aye.
Mr. McKelvey? Vice Mayor McBroom?
Aye. Passes. 6.3, re-election of Walter C. Mitchell for a 6-year term on the City of Columbia Civil Service Board for a term beginning on December 14th, 2025 and expiring on December 14th, 2031. We have a motion and a second. Discussion? Roll call.
Mr. McCullen. Mr. Huffman. Ms. Seacrest. Mr. Marshall. Mr. McKelvey. Vice Mayor McBroom.
Aye. Motion passes. 6.4, election of Lori Fisher to fill an unexpired term on the City of Columbia Civil Service Board for a term beginning on November 13th, 2025, and expiring on February 18th, 2030. Have a motion, have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Now, I just got a quick discussion. I know Lori Fisher, and there's no finer person out there to be on this board, and she'll always have the City of Columbia at heart. Any more discussion? Roll call.
Mr. McCullen. Mr. Huffman. Ms. Seacrest. Mr. Marshall. Mr. McKelvey. Vice Mayor McBroom.
Aye, motion passes. Now we're on the consent agenda. What I'll do is I'll read everything off, and after I get done, if anybody'd like to take one of them out, we'll take them out. Then I'll vote on the other, on the consent agenda, and then we'll discuss that one that we held out. First is 7.1, approved disbursements for the month of September 2025 in the amount of $10,818,033.19. 7.2, approved and authorized to dispose of surplus equipment. 7.3, approved and authorized the mayor to sign the medical service agreement with Murray Regional Hospital. 7.4, approved and authorized the mayor to sign a work order between the City of Columbia and Granicus in the amount of $3,274.79 for a blog module to be added to the Visit Columbia website. 7.5, approved and authorized the mayor to sign an agreement between the City of Columbia and content creator Alanina Pez in the amount of $4,000 for an all-day social media marketing campaign. 7.6, approved and authorized the mayor to sign an agreement between the City of Columbia and Massa Group Fitness at $150 a month for free programming for offering the group power program at the Columbia Aquatics and Recreation Center. 7.7, approved bid award and authorized the mayor to sign a contract between the City of Columbia and DWR Aquatics in the amount of $524,497 to complete the pool renovations at the Columbia Aquatics and Recreation Center. 7.8, approved and authorized the mayor to sign an amendment to the contract with City Green Service in the amount of $100 per occurrence. 7.9, approved and authorized the mayor to execute change order number 2 for the fiscal year 2024-2025 street resurfacing contract between the City of Columbia and Volunteer Paving for milling, striping, and resurfacing at the Columbia Aquatics and Recreation Center, the ARC, in the amount of $142,325.33. 7.10, approved bid award and authorize the mayor to sign a contract with United Disposal Partners, LLC, at the cost of $54.73 per ton for the transfer station and landfill services. Is any of those anybody would like to hold out? Got a motion to approve. Have a second. Have a motion second. Any more discussion? Ain't have any consent? Roll call.
Mr. McCullen. Mr. Huffman. Ms. Seacrest. Mr. Marshall. Mr. McKelvey. Vice Mayor McBroom.
Aye. All consent items passed. No administration under resolutions. Resolution 9.1, resolution number 2577, a resolution authorizing termination of the August 1994 memorandum of understanding between the City of Columbia and Satter Corporation, known as GM.
Move to approve.
Have a motion? Have a motion and second? Only discussion I would have is, Chief or Mr. Massey, have we heard anything back since we've done it?
No, sir. There was a letter sent to GM, and I understand Mayor Mulder reached out and tried to have a telephone conversation with the GM representative, but did not return the phone call.
Okay. Well, we tried.
Yes, sir.
We're trying to
Yes, sir,
work
we
with
tried.
it, and we'll continue to try to work on a solution if they want to deal with us. Any more discussion? See none? Roll call.
Mr. McCullen. Mr. Huffman. Ms. Seacrest. Mr. Marshall. Mr. McKelvey. Vice Mayor McBroom.
Aye. Motion passes. 9.2, resolution number 2577, tax correction. Have a motion to second. Discussion. See none, roll call.
Mr. McCollum.
Aye.
Mr. Huffman.
Aye.
Ms. Seacrest. Mr. Marshall.
Aye.
Mr. McKelvey.
Aye.
Vice Mayor McBroom.
Aye, motion passes. 9.3, resolution number 2579, a resolution authorizing the issuance and sale of water system revenue anticipation notes of the City of Columbia, Tennessee, making provisions for the issuance, sale, and payment of said notes, establishing the terms thereof, and disposition of proceeds therefrom, providing for the collection, disposition of revenues from the water system, City of Columbia, Tennessee, and making provisions for the operation of said system. I don't want to read that again. Y'all better do it right.
Move to approve.
Have a motion and second. Discussion? None. Roll call.
Mr. McCollum.
Aye.
Mr. Huffman.
Aye.
Ms. Seacrest.
Aye.
Mr. Marshall.
Aye.
Mr. McKelvey. Vice Mayor McBroom.
Aye. Resolution passes. 9.4, resolution number 2580, a resolution authorizing the extensions of maturity of and the adjustment of the interest rate on the water system revenue anticipation note series 2023 of the City of Columbia, Tennessee.
Move to approve.
Have a motion and second. Discussion? See none, roll call.
Mr. McCollum.
Aye.
Mr. Huffman.
Aye.
Ms. Seacrest. Mr. Marshall.
Aye.
Mr. McKelvey. Vice Mayor McBroom.
Aye. Resolution passes. Next, 9.5, resolution number 2581, a resolution to ratify the City of Columbia application for the City of Tennessee Violent Crime Intervention Fund grant in amount not to exceed $1,300,000, and authorize the mayor to execute documents related to accepting and administrating the grant. Motion second?
Second.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, I'd like to comment.
All right, we have a second by Councilman McCollum. Now discussion, City Manager.
Chief Haywood, if you want to come forward and give us the good news tonight about this grant. We received some notification today.
Yes, sir. Vice Mayor and members of council, what originally was a $1 million grant for out of the Violent Crime Intervention Fund. Not all agencies applied for that grant with the state, so they've altered that grant and are awarding City of Columbia $1.3 million now instead of $1 million. So
I thought that number was higher. Thank you.
Plus, Chief, we got some pretty strong indication that we are going to get the grant.
yes, sir.
We're
Yes,
going to
sir.
get awarded the grant.
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Just have that form I spoke to you about that'll need to be signed tonight, and we'll be able to send it forward.
Thank you. Good news. Thank you, Chief. All right, we have a motion and we have a second. Any more discussion? I see none. Roll call.
Mr. McCollum. Mr. Huffman.
Aye.
Ms. Seacrest. Mr. Marshall.
Aye.
Mr. McKelvey. Vice Mayor McBroom.
Aye. Motion, resolution passes. Next, on the ordinances, 10.1, second consideration for an ordinance number 4562, an ordinance preventing flow of traffic on South Garden Street to one-way travel from West 11th Street to Depot Street.
Motion to approve. Second.
Have a motion and second. Discussion? See none? Roll call.
Mr. McCollum.
Aye.
Mr. Huffman.
Aye.
Ms. Seacrest. Mr. Marshall.
Aye.
Mr. McKelvey.
Aye.
Vice Mayor McBroom.
Aye. 10 point, motion passes. 10.2, second consideration of ordinance number 4564, an ordinance to amend ordinance number 4400, the same being the zoning ordinance of the City of Columbia, Tennessee, by zoning property being annexed by resolution number 2570, located off LaSalle Road, being tax map 73, parcel 17.02, the CD3 Neighborhood Character District, Ward 5. We have a motion to approve. We have a second. All right, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? None? I mean, this is one of them that we've passed last time. It meets it checks all the boxes for what they needed to do. 30 lot. No more discussion? All right, roll call.
Mr. McCollum.
No.
Mr. Huffman.
No.
Ms. Seacrest. Mr. Marshall.
Aye.
Mr. McKelvey. Vice Mayor McBroom.
Aye. 3-3. Motion fails. 3-3, is that right? All right, motion 10.2 fails. 10.3, second consideration ordinance number 4566, an ordinance to amend the Columbia Municipal Code by repealing and deleting Title 12, Chapter 1, Sections 12.101, 12.102, 12.103, pertaining to the building code and adopting new sections 12.101, 12.102, and 12.103 citywide. Have a motion? Second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Mr. McCollum.
Aye.
Mr. Huffman.
Aye.
Mrs. Seacrest. Mr. Marshall.
Aye.
Mr. McKelvey.
Aye.
Vice Mayor McBroom.
Aye. Motion passes. 10.4, first consideration of ordinance 4568, an ordinance repealing Title 7, Chapter 2 of the City of Columbia Municipal Code entitled Fire Prevention Code in its entirety and replacing it with new Chapter 2, adopting the 2024 International Fire Code, including Appendix B and C with certain amendments, providing limited exemptions for public safety and infrastructure projects, and requiring business portal registration established the date of 2011, establishing the date of December 11, 2025 as the date of public hearing. Have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Discussion? Mr. McClellan? Okay.
Chief Cummings, if you could come forward, please.
Yes, sir.
Councilman McClellan.
Councilman, any questions you have for Chief?
Okay. So what this is just an update to our code. We have to do this to stay in compliance. We always do it right behind developmental services, just like last time, and to fall in within the state guidelines, and where we don't have to have a state overview from the state fire marshal's office that our code is in compliance with at least theirs or goes above theirs. So this is an update to the code with a few adoptions in it that we really have looked at over the last 6-7 months and punched some holes into, and trying to, as I used last at the study session, trying to put some common sense back into it, that we can look at individual projects and go, okay, how do we need to look at this project or look at this home and go, what's the best case scenario here for this? One of the developments we talked about is the cord drive thing. It's been on the books 3 or 4 years now. Having to sit down and working and looking at avenues where we can offer them safety things that we can work with people on. One of the things I used in the study session was on that project, if they would use 2-hour firewalls in between each unit and use a full commercial sprinkler system, then we could allow that project to move forward. So it's things like that, trying to put some common sense back in this where it's not so restrictive the way we have it right now. Yes, sir.
I was want to make a comment. Thank you, Chief. I had a little issue, Chris over there. I think we solved it.
Yes, sir. That's what we're here for. I came by there personally myself, so.
Will it, if we get the downstream intake finished and also get those projects, those $80 million worth of projects done, will we go back to what we had?
Yes, sir. That's
Okay.
the intent. And this is kind of the fire marshal 101 that's we are adding in here.
Mhm.
It's kind of a sliding scale type deal. As the system increases, as those improvements happen, our 600 gallons per minute that we're offering with the tanker operations will start coming down as areas improve. And, you know, hopefully by the next time code is adopted, we can just adopt the code directly across the board with no amendments to it. And by that time, by what I've seen in the documents and all, we should be in pretty good shape by then.
Good, good.
This is a stopgap measure for the time being.
Chief, with the information you shared with us last week,
Yes, sir.
you mentioned that this is what the state's going to, and
That's what the state is now.
I mean, state is now, and we're going to be above what state requires.
Yeah, we are just above, right now, we are way above what the state requires, but we're going to meet just a little bit above what the state's got. I shared with Councilman Kelvy, he has reached out to me. Mount Pleasant's doing the same thing. They've already kind of doing the GPM requirements and stuff now. So we're kind of mirroring our partner to the south of us. He had asked me if any other cities had adopted this particular thing. I have not reached out to other cities. We've done a lot of research on our own and stuff, and my department got together, our staff, and really looked at this and punched a lot of holes in it, because this will mean a lot more work on our staff, especially in our Fire Marshal's division, because they will have to look at stuff a lot more closer now.
Thank you, Chief.
I've got a question.
Yes, sir.
I know you mentioned at the study session, the house on Robinson Drive. I think that's right.
Robinson, Trotwood, yes, sir.
Now, you said it couldn't be built back, but if they sprinkled that house, they could build it back. Is that true?
If they sprinkled it,
Yeah, they could have built it back.
they could build it back right
That's
now.
all I need to know.
With what what was just said, they could have built it back, but it extreme amount of cost to them. That,
Yes, sir.
you know, they might.
And the problem I have with it, and I expressed this in the study session, is that person built that house, that lady did, I'd say late 60s is that era of homes out there, maybe early 70s. That person has paid taxes for years. And then when that home burns down, even though it wasn't occupied at the time, they got ready to build it back. They were really choked on being able to build back. So that's what I really have the problem with the current code we have, because it is so restrictive, and with the water flow that we have now that's available in that area.
And also, that one would be able to be built back without the sprinkler in about 2 to 3 years, once the $82 million worth of infrastructure that we've
Yes, sir,
approved gets
yes,
built.
2 to 3 years down the road, when that line gets laid down
Yes.
Trotwood, it will be able to be built back then by the old standard.
Yes.
You know, as soon as the GPM comes back up.
So we're getting the problem solved. We're just trying to help some of these people through this little short term.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Any more discussion? Thank you. Roll call.
Mr. McCullen.
Aye.
Mr. Huffman.
Aye.
Ms. Sechrist. Mr. Marshall.
Aye.
Mr. McKelvey. Vice Mayor McBroom.
Aye. Motion passes. All right, 10.5, first consideration ordinance 4569, an ordinance providing for the collection of 2024 delinquent property tax. Have a motion and a second by Mr. McClellan. Discussion. Roll call.
Mr. McCullen.
Aye.
Mr. Huffman.
Aye.
Ms. Sechrist. Mr. Marshall.
Aye.
Mr. McKelvey. Vice Mayor McBroom.
Aye. Motion passes. 10.6, first consideration of ordinance number 4570, ordinance providing for the collection of 2024 delinquent special assessment. Have a motion, and we have a second. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Mr. McCullen.
Aye.
Mr. Huffman.
Aye.
Ms. Sechrist. Mr. Marshall.
Aye.
Mr. McKelvey. Vice Mayor McBroom.
Aye, motion passes. 10.7, first consideration ordinance number 4571, an ordinance to amend the fiscal year 2025-2026 budget ordinance number 4544 as amended, providing for the revisions to the general capital project grant funds and establishment the date of December 11, 2025 as the date of public hearing. Have a motion, we have a second. Discussion? See none, roll call.
Mr. McCollum.
Aye.
Mr. Huffman. Ms. Seacrest. Mr. Marshall. Mr. McKelvey. Vice Mayor McBroom.
Motion passes. 10.8, first consideration ordinance 4572, an ordinance amending the ordinance number 3761 as previously amended by the ordinance number 3815, 3884, and 3917 as it pertains to post-64 supplement health care insurance benefits for employees hired after June 30th, 2012.
Second.
A motion, a second. Discussion? None. Roll call.
Mr. McCollum.
Aye.
Mr. Huffman.
Aye.
Ms. Seacrest. Mr. Marshall.
Aye.
Mr. McKelvey. Vice Mayor McBroom.
Aye. Motion passes. Now, under other business, we still vote on this since the other one got
No, sir.
on
This-
11.1?
So the one you voted on earlier was an ordinance to approve the change to zoning request in the event this was annexed. So the resolution would actually be the annexation. You technically still could annex it. It would just become the default zoning, which would be CD3L. I don't think that if you're not giving them the zoning that they're requesting, I don't know that it makes any sense to annex it, but it could still be voted on. I presume the vote would fall along the same lines, but you could still annex it.
Okay.
I don't know that it would make sense to annex it though in a different zone than what the applicant has requested.
But if it was to be annexed, let's say for and this is just for future use, because this is a learning experience for all of us every day. Its default would be CD3L.
Be 3L, I think, is the default. Is that right, Mr. Keltner? 3L would be the default.
Okay.
They'd requested CD3, I think.
I don't remember how many, I need to ask Mr. Kelly.
All of you, come forward, please.
This piece of property, how many acres was it?
Around 12 acres.
So they've got 30 now, so if we do the CD3L, they could actually put in 24 lots.
That's correct. Yes, sir. They could make 24 work. Yes, sir. They might lose a couple in there, but
Okay.
I did confirm with the applicant in the audience that they wish to not annex the property if they did not receive the zoning that they requested. Just for you to know.
Okay. Next time they need to sign up to speak.
Yes.
I don't like that. I'll tell you in the audience, we're up here to bat. Maybe I'm out of line, but you don't sign up to speak? That's not good. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Mr. Kelly.
No, sir. So the big difference is the density per acre. So it's a 4 unit per acre on the CD3 that was a request. The CD3L is a 2 per acre. And the lots get a little bit wider. So that's what gets you a reduction there. So they would be in that 20 range probably.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Well, and if the applicant does not wish to be annexed, then I would just suggest you make a motion to deny the resolution and vote on it, and that.
I make the motion to deny.
Second.
A motion is second. I doubt if anybody wants to discuss it. Ms. Seacrest? None? Roll call.
Mr. McCollum.
Aye.
Mr. Huffman. Ms. Seacrest. Mr. Marshall. Mr. McKelvey. Vice Mayor McBroom.
Aye. Motion passes. Next on the agenda, under other business, 11.2, request by council members McClellan and Seacrest to have the Water's Edge at Taylor Land Development reconsidered at the December or January city council meeting. We do have 2 people to speak, but I need to clarify something. I do own a piece of property that is in the area, so to make sure we have no conflict of interest, I'm going to abstain from this vote, but I still will lead this request. Or discussion. So we will, should we do this motion in second first and have discussion, and then we'll let.
Yeah, I think that's right. Let me just clarify.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just
so that everybody's clear on what this is a request to have this matter placed back on the December or January agenda for consideration. This is not to discuss and vote on the ordinance itself or the reconsideration of it at this point. This is just a request by council members to place it on another agenda for discussion. So, and if the motion or if somebody makes a motion and it passes tonight to put it back on the agenda, then the notice goes back out, the publication, the signs go up for the residents, and everybody will have an opportunity at that time again to speak, and council will have an opportunity to go through and consider it at that point. So this is not, just to be clear, a vote on the water's edge or the ordinance. This is a vote whether to place it back on an agenda to have a vote and discussion on it.
Thank you. By thinking about it, I'm gonna go ahead and let the people who've signed up to speak go ahead and speak. So, Mr. Moore, address in 3 minutes. You know what to do.
Thank you, Joshua Moore, 360 Coleman Court. I'd like to thank my fellow homeowners from Taylor Landing who joined me tonight on such short notice. So there's some confusion here, but this looked like it was a motion to reconsider, so my comments are kind of based on that. But this item was just placed on the agenda yesterday at 3:54 p.m., only about 24 hours ago. It didn't come up for discussion last week's City Council study session. And before that study session, I notified Councilwoman Sechrest that Taylor Landing homeowners intended to present a petition if the ordinance was returned, and I didn't receive a response despite multiple attempts. Prior to the study session, we did organize a petition. We've got 166 signatures so far. And we did this in about 48 hours, Pat and I back there. It doesn't take much because this is very, very unpopular at Taylor Landing. And so we'll continue this agenda or this petition if we have to, if you put this back on the agenda, and we'll do another petition drive or continue this one and collect more signatures. But we paused this petition because we were informed by the city in writing that the ordinance had failed and the first consideration would receive no further considerations. So homeowners reasonably relied on that clear statement and did not attend last week's study session, not expecting any additional actions. And residents have, we have process and transparency concerns. The city charter explicitly adopts Robert's rules of order, and MTAS's published guidance explains that under Robert's rules, a motion to reconsider must be made at the same meeting where the vote occurred by someone on the prevailing side, not a next meeting or meetings months away. And that did not occur last month. But because the charter explicitly adopts Robert's rules, we are simply asking for clarity on what authority allows reconsideration at a meeting 1 to 3 months later after a failed vote at a prior meeting. Additionally, the Tennessee Open Meetings Act, any deliberation toward a decision by 2 or more members must occur in a publicly noticed public meeting. And because tonight's agenda item reflects a joint request by 2 council members, homeowners are understandably concerned about when and how this action was coordinated. So to be clear, I'm not accusing anyone of wrongdoing. Residents are asking for transparency, consistency, and lawful procedure. Before the council proceeds with reconsideration of whatever they're doing here, I respectfully request, what is the precedence for this? When and how was this reconsideration request initiated? Did any discussions about reconsidering this ordinance occur outside a publicly noticed meeting? And under what legal or parliamentary authority is reconsideration permitted after last month's failed vote? And so we appreciate your time and look forward to further clarifications. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Moore. Next on the to speak is Kristen Doss. I'm sorry, Christy Doss.
Good evening. My name is Christy Dawes. I'm the homeowner at 710 Taylor Bend Road. Josh was pretty thorough in his explanation, but I just want to follow up as well. Did some research on this, and it seems to appear that y'all are in violation of the Tennessee Open Meetings Act which requires adequate notification to the public of this. And as we stated, we saw that there was a modification on the agenda at 3:54 p.m. yesterday, which is just a hair over 24 hours, which requires at least a minimum of 48. So that's that. In addition to what he said about Paul Keltner's email that was dated on November 5th, the ordinance 54563 did fail on first consideration. I'm going to read to you what we were told. So it says, to approve an ordinance, the city council would need to affirm it with a positive vote twice. If an ordinance receives a negative vote, then no subsequent considerations follow, regardless of whether it's the first hearing or the second. Now, one would believe, this leads people to believe that there's some nefarious and self-serving intentions here. So as you can see, the residents of Taylor Landing are very concerned. We're very organized. As he said, Joshua said, this is a very unpopular project for multiple reasons, as we've stated in the Planning Commission, multiple meetings that we've attended. So we just, as we requested, we just want clarification and to be aware that we want to make sure that there's, again, no self-serving intentions or nefarious things going on here. So thank you.
Okay, thank you. Well, what I understand is we can't talk about the project, but we can just talk about the reason we vote. Now, I'd like the city attorney to address some of the things that Mr. Moore said and make sure we affirm to us that we are doing it correct.
And I'll try to remember those things. It's my understanding that this was placed on the agenda Monday afternoon, well in advance of the 48 hours under the Tennessee Open Meeting Act. So I'm not sure where it's coming from that it was just placed on there yesterday. My understanding, it was placed on there Monday, number one. The zoning ordinance provides that if a motion or an ordinance is defeated, that it can't be brought back for a year unless initiated by council. So this council has a right to bring that back to look at again. It'd be considered a motion to renew, when it's back later, if you want to get into the Roberts Rules of Order, a motion to reconsider is done at the same meeting. You can renew a motion, though, at a later meeting. So there's nothing preventing this council from making a motion tonight to put this back on a December or January agenda. At that point in time, like I said earlier, all notices required under zoning ordinances would go out, whether it's in December or January. It would be published 21 days in advance, be placed on the agenda. Everybody that wants to come and speak will have an opportunity to speak about it at that time. My suggestion is, because we're not here to vote on the ordinance itself, is that we don't have to or need to get into a detailed discussion about the ordinance. The discussion, I don't know that it has to be limited to putting it back on the agenda, but I think that's what the council members have requested that we consider tonight, is whether to put it back on the agenda. If some of that necessitates some discussion about it, but I'd rather not get into a lot of discussion other than should we put this back on the agenda to look at again at the request of two council members.
Thank you. I know this city council has done this before, has asked to bring something back. I know it has been done before. So, any more discussion?
And let me add, there's, from what I'm aware of, there's been nothing nefarious or anybody trying to hide anything. That's why it was put on this agenda. The answer to the question from the Director of Development Services was correct. When a motion's defeated, you don't hear it on consideration. So I don't think anybody's trying to hide anything there. This is not a second consideration. December or January, if you choose to put it back on, will not be a second consideration. It will be coming back up at the request of council member for first consideration. And then it would still require 2 votes to pass. So if it failed again on first consideration, it would be over. If it passed on first consideration, then it would go to second consideration.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Well, I would ask that you just state, and anybody's free to make the motion. I would just ask that you state what the motion is. Is the motion to have this ordinance on Water's Edge placed back on the agenda at the December or January meeting and just state that.
I make a motion that we place the Water's Edge development back on the agenda for December or January meeting to be reconsidered.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and
Second.
Councilman McClellan seconds it. Any more discussion? See none? All right, roll call.
Mr. McCollum.
Aye.
Mr. Huppin.
No.
Ms. Seacrest. Mr. Marshall.
Aye.
Mr. McKelvey.
Aye.
Vice Mayor McBroom.
Abstain. The request passes. It will be duly advertised for either the December or January city council meeting to come back. Thank y'all. Next we have, well, first I'll do this. This will be our last meeting before Thanksgiving, correct? And I personally want to since Thanksgiving, thank all the department heads are in the room still, because I think in the last 2 weeks, I've talked to every one of y'all. And I appreciate everything you do. You always listen to me. We always come up to great ideas, and thank all the department heads and everybody underneath there, what y'all done for me personally. Thank you. Anybody else like to say anything? All right, don't forget the annual employee Christmas luncheon, Wednesday, December 10th, 2025 at the fire hall, the renovated fire hall. It's going to be awesome. Thank y'all, and have a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Oh, sorry.
I got one more thing.
It's Ms. Seacrest.
I had a chance to attend the Citizens Fire Academy, and it was really, really very informative, and I learned a lot about what goes on and the equipment that they use and the different, things that go on there. I would challenge the rest of council and anybody out there in that audience and anybody looking on, well, it's off now, but anybody that was on the stream to attend that fire academy, because then you would know when they bring stuff up what they're actually talking about, and you would know how to vote on it. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? We have a motion to adjourn? The motion is, you got the second? You good? Roll call?
Mr. McCollum. Mr. Huffman. Ms. Seacrest. Mr. Marshall. Mr. McKelvey. Vice Mayor McBroom.
We adjourn. Have a happy Thanksgiving.